Another sickening, smelly day for some of the folks on Ramsey Street.
And they're hoping today is finally the end of it.
Now, we told you first about this flea-infested, smelly house filled with animals and rodents on Friday.
What they pulled out of the house on that day was pretty bad.
But apparently it is not over yet. People living in the house had 48 hours to clean it up. Instead, police say they have brought in more animals. The Weekend Team's Dennis Edwards is standing by in the 1900 block of Ramsey Street in southwest Baltimore right now with the latest. And Dennis, it sure sounds and apparently smells very unpleasant.
No, Richard, it's not pleasant at all out here right now. An exterminator has been inside the house at 1910 Ramsey Street most of the afternoon, trying to do away with some of the fleas and roaches. Neighbors tell us those fleas and roaches literally poured on the street earlier today when police tried to go into the house a second time.
And they kicked the door in, and that's when all the roaches broke loose, and they found 20 more animals in there. She had took in 20 more animals.
Alma Grove thought her troubles were over Friday when police and animal control wardens took 50 dogs, cats, and caged rats from her neighbor's house. Grove knew she was wrong when hours later the same neighbor brought in more animals.
She was sitting on the front porch. She had a dog, a rabbit, a hamster in her hand, and a cat. And then later at night, some neighbors that live in the back saw him come down with 2 dogs and take them in the house.
Today, police and wardens came back. This time, they got 20 dogs, cats, rabbits, and hamsters. They also ran into a host of fleas and roaches.
I've never seen anything that bad in my 13 years as far as infestation of insects.
Oh, yes, it was terrible. We were trying to keep them from getting into the doorways and into the windows of my father's house, the man on the other side, his house. I never seen so many roaches in my life. It was terrible, terrible.
The Baltimore City Housing Department sent out an exterminator. Roland Griffin's been told to exterminate in Alma Grove's father's house at 1908, the neighbor's home at 1910 and 1912. The woman and 2 men who live in the house have been taken to University Hospital.
No, they're very nice people. I think they're just they're mentally challenged and they don't understand exactly, but they're fine people to talk to.
The woman who owns the house and her 2 brothers have been taken to University Hospital for emergency psychiatric evaluation. Richard?
Dennis, what are the charges, if any, pending against these people that keeping these animals and rodents and roaches? Charges?
No, Richard, no charges so far. They are under the hospital's care right now. They'll decide whether to keep them or to let them go, to treat them as well. No word yet on whether animal abuse charges will be filed against them. None were filed the last time, and we have to wait until Monday, perhaps, to find out if they decide to do it this time. Richard?
All right, Dennis, thank you very much.